Wednesday night live. What's up, guys? Once you're on here, hit the thumbs up for us. Helps push the algorithm out. Let me know, do we have sound and do we have picture? You guys, every night we'll see people saying that they don't have any sound. You'll also see them say that they have sound, but they do not have picture. So verify that we have both video and audio. And pushing that thumbs up. You will also see people every night saying, hey, you're an hour into this live feed and I didn't get any notification that you guys were live. You guys hitting that thumbs up helps that happen. It also helps you know next time when we go live. It tells YouTube that you are interested in these things. So we have sling bags, Typhon sling bags, Coyote AKM4 micros, OD AKM4 micros. There's one very lonely 12 gauge micro, probably not online, that's probably why it's still sitting here. Woodland AK M4 micros, multicam black stacked micros, multicam black day packs, lever gun chest rigs if you're into that cowboy stuff. Tool bags, large tool bags, small clothes bags, medium clothes bags. We show all this stuff every night. Most of you guys are here most nights. So if you're new here and you see some piece of gear you're not sure about, just ask us. We'll come back and take a look at it. Large tool bags here, small tool bags here, more large tool bags down there. We do have some black and a couple of Coyote visor covers remaining out of those last batches. Large Woodland mesh pockets. We do have black XL fupas. We've got some more over here. We also have a batch of gray standard size fupas that finished up. Pink tool bags, orange toiletry bags, alpine toiletry bags, OD tool pods with and without mesh. OD small utility pockets finishing up. More gray, the last of the gray right there. Not sure what's on the floor. I've not really been out here today. Coyote tool pods going. Looks like Typhon toxic green toiletry bags. Brown Man tool bags, Coyote butt packs, OD butt packs, more primer tool bags, multicam Tropic tool bags, black standard tool bags. There's another set of OD small utilities out here running. We do have some pink thread, multicam with pink thread toiletry bags going. We have some random, we got a few diaper bags out here. Those are custom. If you want one, you send an email. I do have Woodland day packs well underway. Here is a custom diaper bag in pieces that's being put together. What is over here? Batches of large clothes bags, tool pods, multicam, Arid, multicam Arid, padded night vision cases, Woodland padded night vision cases, some more diaper bags out here, folding 762 pouches going, something happening over here in Woodland. I think that's a good start, right? That's pretty good for today, huh? A little bit. There's a large tool bag, wide open inside, or no, it's wide open. They're Velcro walls. You put whatever you want to compartmentalize and carry, but the main compartment's wide open, just like the tool bag. There are side external pouches that are flat. Thanks for the links there, Chuck. John here from YouTube Live notifications. I was on YouTube also when popped up. Nice, Brian. For feedback on lives over social media, no IG. Yeah, weird, huh? It said we were live too. Ordered tonight, right on, Gilly. Thanks for the order. Each Wednesday for more interactive content. Tony from Chicago. Brawl Dog, what up? Good evening, my people. John, the notifications on the live with Scully came through on YouTube and video worked well. Good, good. Billy Magnum, Rural, what's going on, man? Glad to be amongst the normal folk. Yeah, Kiri, what's up? How are you? David Hosfeld, Isaac, Byron Roberts, Jesse's Workshop. Hey, Jesse, what's up, man? Felipe, Landfill, AJ, what's up? Kilo Bravo 6, Jonathan Cam, what's going on? Benjamin Brewer, Big O, and JT. Talking about the live today, really cool, thanks. Don't care about color. but will the website reflect what's in stock? I don't know, man. What color did you order? Irish USMC vet, what's up? Scott, what's going on? Padded NVG case. Josh, thanks for the link there. Batch of gray Fupa XLs coming. Yeah, I'm sure they're cut or in motion right now. What camo choices for Fupa and a dangler? Nothing right now. I've got gray over there. Gilly, what did you actually order, man? What did you order? Anything but multicam black. Well, I definitely have multicam black. There's a couple multicams. There's an Arid. There's black. There's OD. There is Woodland. I've got OD black down there also. Those are all larges. Clave, what's up, man? How are you? How cold? It's not very cold. It's like 45 right now, Chase. We're getting colder. Tomorrow's going to be warm. I've got a lot of shit to do outside work tomorrow. I don't know if we're raining. We had some rain the last couple days. I did a bunch of skid steer work yesterday in the mud, which has made even more of a mess, like a lot of a mess. But just getting wood chips into place. Yeah, it's warm. It's going to be 50 here tomorrow, too. Brother got his medium clothes bag and loves it. Nice. Thank you, John Smith. Had me at Wood. Yeah, the Woodland's super nice, man. The Woodland's really nice. For you guys that haven't seen these, let's take a look at one of these. These ones come with a plastic liner in the bottom. So they're kind of rigid. Well, they're pretty rigid on the bottom. So, see, it holds its shape pretty well. And both large walls are Velcro lined. You can put 3 small mesh pockets in here, or you can put a large and a small on either wall there. And then you have all of that in between to put larger items or more Pals mesh back pockets, or tool pods or toiletry bags, whatever you want to put in there. And then you also have, on both sides, you have a flat pocket right here. And then you have this whole entire length of this entire bag is also a pocket right there on both sides. Evan Dixon, what's up, my man? How are you? Did you see that post I made in that group? Large tool bag is a must. I have 4. Yeah, if you have 20, you'll find a use for them. I have 3 large tool bags. Favorite is probably my black with coyote. Nice. Josh Winnie. The real Scully? What about? Is Scully on here? Chase Peoples, beginning of the week. Next week we are supposed to be in single digit. Yeah. Snowy here. Yeah, we were talking about you today that it was going to be snow. The ponds are absolutely full and overflowing. Matthew, but overflowing in a manner like we made them to overflow. So when they overflow, we chose where the water was going to go. Tony, what's up? If you're the real Scully, what song did I sing to you on your birthday? I don't see anybody on here saying they are Scully.
Yeah, there's somebody on there that says Scully, but it has a skull as a picture, and he wouldn't do that.
That ain't Jeff.
No.
Nope.
And his name isn't Scully on YouTube either.
Yeah, no, Jeff's not Scully on YouTube. The only problem with a large tool bag is you'll need 5 more. Yeah. Tony, Toy Town, what's up? Oh yes, that's my truck bag. I love the idea of the rip. Yeah, they're great. You're not gonna rip them out, man. They are actually very difficult to get out once you place them. Scully, yeah, that's not art. Get your shit together. So he's only made 1 comment here. PH, what's up? Assault weapons ban Illinois. Get the fuck out of Illinois. Like, what do we even fucking care if Illinois is doing it? Who the fuck lives in Illinois? Did Jack get you into the contour swells? No. No. I don't. Does Jack have swales? No. Billy Bond came out and Billy and William did the install on our swales. They're pretty big. I have micro swales also that Bob came out and did the tractor work, and Cody and who was there? Cody, me, Bob. I feel like there's somebody else there. We bought a laser level and we installed those micro swales, and we have fodder trees planted in those micro swales. Josh, was that it? Oh, joke. I'm stuck in Illinois 3 more years. Tony from Chicago. Thanks, Evan. You outdid yourself. The only problem with a large tool bag. Went to Opera Mills tonight. Why? Damn, it's getting pretty ghetto. It's been getting ghetto. It's been ghetto. It's getting worse, man. Most of the, think about it. Most of the people at Opera Mills, you ain't gonna invite them to your fucking house. Like, we ain't hanging out. Like, we don't have a lot in common, most of us. Tons of PD. Yeah, when you have a lot of fucking police department at a mall, that should tell you something. When you roll into a mall parking lot and they've got elevated surveillance towers and police lighting up, stupid places, stupid people, stupid things, man, we call those clues. There's nothing there that you need there, right? You have another option to get anything you're going to get from there. Well, I wanted to see a movie. Go to Green Hills Mall. There's a movie theater in Green Hills Mall, right? I wanted to go to Cheesecake. There's a Cheesecake at Green Hills Mall. You know what they don't have at Green Hill Mall? They don't have fucking gang shootings. Are those Strider SOE knives still in motion? SMF and copper. Yeah, I got to talk to Josh, see where we're at with this. What gear do you have for aliens since the Miami thing happened? Do you see a commonality in any of the people saying they saw aliens? If the lights go out, what fuel method will you primarily use to cook food? Everything. I have kerosene butterfly heaters, right? Butterfly stoves like the Amish use, and I have a lot of kerosene. I have propane. I have all kinds of propane cook stuff, right? To include this new Buddy Flex heater that has a burner that tandems with it. I have a lot of Coleman stuff. I have Coleman propane grills. I have Coleman white gas Coleman fuel grills. I have Coleman diesel unleaded stoves, right? That run like the old school with the leather washers in them. I have wooden stuff to cook over. I have 3, 4, 5 big Weber propane grills. I have some Camp Chef propane stuff. If the power goes out, I'm on natural gas here. Like, we still push natural gas even when our power's out sustained. This building's got a 2-inch gas main coming into it, gas line, and our stoves and kitchen is running off gas. I do have a lot of other bulk propane stuff. I'm probably pushing, I don't know, Josh, what would you say, 120 barbecue tanks here? And then I've got some upright 100s. I've probably got a dozen of those. Those are all full. Every one of them's full. I have elevated fuel tanks for diesel and unleaded gas, non-ethanol unleaded, so I could run Coleman stuff, fuel stoves off of those. I mean, did I name enough? Did I cover it? What am I missing? A lot of you guys have been here. I know I'm missing some. I also have generators, a lot of generators, so that can power other stuff. I have rocket mass stoves, not the EcoFuel one. I've got several of those, and I've got the Forever stove, rocket stoves. I actually cook, and I've cooked on all of this stuff, every bit of it. A lot, and the gas main is no joke. Yeah. Do you have any Timu? No, I don't have any Timu generators. No. I know a big fucking Samoan dude though. We can cook Kahlua pig, right? We can put that motherfucker in a hole. We've done that several times here. We've cooked on a kacha box. John brought in a kacha box. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty neat. Jarhead, what's up, my man? How are you? Blood of your enemies, 120 LP tanks. I felt good with my 15. So Jax, buddy, The secret to those, go on Marketplace, go on Craigslist, and just put in tank and put in propane and search in that manner. You'll find bulks. And be willing to take the old, rusty, dented, fucked up, even the old ones that are out of date, right, with the old valves. And all you do is take them to any of the exchange places, Walmart or anywhere, and you do that. Now, keep in mind, when you buy propane at any of those exchange places, they're never full. They fill them to market value to be about $18.95. Now, once you have those, use them or whatever, and then take them to a place like Co-op or Tractor Supply, and they will top them the rest of the way for you. The rocket stoves are cool. Wood. Forever Stove. Guys, if you haven't seen Forever Stove, check out Forever Stove on Instagram. Man, his content is so good. At 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning, I'm scrolling through there and I see this guy cooking on a cast iron on this rocket stove. I didn't even know that his company made those. So I start watching these videos and I try to find out what the stove is. Lo and behold, the channel makes the stoves. I hit him up. I said, hey, I really like your content. And he got right back and said, awesome, man. I was checking your stuff out and I bought a stove right then. I had it a few days later and we've been cooking on it. We've made videos with it and such. You know, America loving, works with his hands. Union electrician in Colorado, loves to hunt and fish, and he makes these things, and he can't make enough of them. Bear was wearing an SOE hoodie on his, yeah, Bear wears my SOE hoodie all the time, wears our expeditionary hoodie. It's a great blank. We have run hoodies on those 5 or 6 times, I think. It's got thumb holes. It's more of a jacket. It has a removable zip-off hoodie. It's got a kind of a felt liner inside it. It's heavy. It's really nice. Rocket stoves are stupid easy to make. Yep. I have, but I'm not going to make it, right? I had no problem buying that thing for $250, and I think I got every dime's worth of my money out of it. We enjoyed ribeyes tonight. Nice, Jarhead, nice. I had ribeye at 6:30 this morning. I saw that 2 pecs really badass SOE hoodie, yep. I noticed a light and camera tower in a Walmart parking lot the other day and thought, glad I don't go there. Yeah, man, they're more and more. And here's a sign of the times, guys. We're at Home Depot in Jackson, and we have been noticing over the last 6 months when we go there, which is typical. If we're there through the week, it's in the evening. And the lights are there's very little light in the parking lot. And then we noticed a few weeks ago, they have these Generac generator light towers, super bright. And when we went there last night before, we went there Sunday night, and we counted 4 of these. And I noticed the parking lot lights still were not on, but the parking lot was super lit, and all 4 of these generators were humming super loud. We went inside. I go, hey, what's the deal? Like, it's got to cost you guys a fortune to put diesel in these things and run these lights all night. Why don't you just fix the parking lot light? She goes, for a year, we have put in a request to have the parking lot lights fixed, and whatever management company owns that property where the Home Depot is, they have not sent in. They have said a dozen times, she said, they have said, hey, we're sending somebody out to fix these. Nobody has showed up. So we actually reported to higher management at Home Depot, and their solution was to put these out there, and they have been there for months now. And we go out and we put fuel in these things, or somebody comes out and puts fuel in them every day. And that's what they're doing. Like these property management companies are just failing, or they can't get people to come out and do maintenance like that. Yeah, the world's going to shit. For some people it is. We're going ribeye along with greens 3 days a week. Man, the ribeye, you're never gonna go wrong with ribeye. We just got topped off on our propane tank, 355 gallons, $1,400. Yep. Do you buy it from Chiasen Smoke? I don't know what that is. I thought you just drop just ran drop cords from your Stargate. Random question: what is the link to the guy making the sawmills? Which are we talking about? The sawmills that Joel Salatin was speaking about. So Joel thought those were $6,000. When I looked at those sawmills, we're closer to like $15,000. Now the sawmills that I am familiar with are Wood-Mizer. And if I was in the market right now for a sawmill, I would get on Marketplace and just type in sawmill. You will find guys that bought sawmills and have, 2, 3, 5 hours on them, and they're selling them off, and you will save thousands of dollars, and you will also save on shipping, and most likely you will be able to go to that location and operate that saw prior to buying it as well. Day 1075 hard, all I can say is wow. Amazing and hard, and I'm glad I'm doing it. You're clearer of mind though, aren't you? Clearer of mind. Why don't they hire someone to fix the lights and take the amount off their lease? Well, Mike, I don't know the answer to that, man. I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't got stolen. Oh yeah, dude, they're nice. Well, that's what I said when we got out and parked next to one. I'm like, fuck, I'd like to have one of these. That's badass to be able to roll that thing around, the amount of light it's kicking out, and it's a generator. Maintenance guys in multiple corporations got cut during COVID and have refused to go back. Part of why so many truck stops and gas station pumps are all screwed up. Interesting. Infrastructure all over is unsustainable right now. You can imagine what it is going to be like in 20 years. Yep. Now we say that, right, Gilly? A lot of the stuff coming in is not here from China. A lot of stuff's going to spin up and start manufacturing here. But you're going to get, those old, how your grandpa could just make something out of nothing? You know how we all know that one dude that can just take some random shit from broken cars sitting around and fab it into something else? Out of necessity, that will come back. Out of necessity, you will figure out how to cobble things together. Heard San Diego is getting washed away with all the tides, saying the big earthquake could be very soon. Heard it all before. Scott, if I wake up in the morning and San Diego has fucking broken off and is in the ocean, I'm just going to grin. I'm going to grin. There's 2 people, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 that I would miss, but I've been telling them for fucking 20 years, leave California. I used to live in Oceanside back in the 80s. I lived up in Oceanside. My shop was on 234 South Coast Highway for, I don't know, a decade. Prior to that, I lived in Tierra Santa, very close to Jack Murphy Stadium, which became Qualcomm Stadium. Yeah, that's inventory. I have a couple of those inventory piles here. Lots of volcanic activity. Man, if I go back 30 years ago, listening to Art Bell and Gordon Michael Scallion and I don't know, all them dudes he had on about the Ring of Fire and California's going to fall in the desert and all these volcanoes are going off. They're saying the same shit today. Same shit. I'm not disputing it. I think it always happens. I'm that guy. Mad Max was your hero. Sent the email for the... Yeah, I saw it, Donnie. I saw it. My computers, I've got 3 computers I'm working off of right now. We just got my normal email back up and running on a brand new MacBook Pro that came in here this morning. I've cracked it open for about 2 minutes. I was literally out of the building from 9 o'clock this morning to 4 o'clock recording content. We did a live today that went for quite a while. Here is the new MacBook with the super duper processor and everything. MacBook Pro, whatever. Have you seen the Tesla SIB graveyard? Seeing people not... No, I don't know what we're talking about there. Our lifespan is a drop in the bucket compared to how old this rock is. Who knows? Yeah. John, I used to live on Fenton, about a mile down from Qualcomm. Yep. I lived in Tierra Santa. Balboa ran in there. Claremont Mesa Boulevard ran in there. We grew up running all around Camp Elliott back there. Used to be the bombing range. Santee, you know, Mount Fortuna, Titty Mountain looked like a pair of tits there. That was our stomping grounds, man. We rode dirt bikes and mountain bikes all through there. Can I open this? Set it over here. Set it someplace stable.
Man,
Is it oily on the outside?
I don't think so, but I am having a really hard time.
What it caught? Did it vacuum shut or something?
I don't have any
Cooled off?
idea.
What's in here?
St. John's wort oil.
So you need it? I was gonna say just throw it away.
No way.
Take a spoon and pry on there. Or where's you? Oh, you have a rubber glove on and you still can't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with it right now. But if you leave it, I'm sure I can get it open. It's a little slippery. Look, how valuable is that compared to the injury you're gonna sustain if you pop that glass jar up against your belly like that?
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. So.
I got it.
You got it. Is it weird that I feel alive when crazy shit happens?
No, it's called adrenaline.
Yeah, it's called adrenaline. There we go. Hey, I got something.
For me?
No. Everything I have is for you.
I know.
Everything I order is somehow for you. Ooh, hypodermic needles. That's not what I was going to show you. They call me Wildfire. I don't think that's how it goes. Where are you in Alaska? I was stationed at Wainwright in Fairbanks. Man, Art Bell used to talk about Fairbanks, Alaska all the time. Just got done dyeing traps today. Got the wax them tomorrow, and I'll be ready for cold front. Hoping to get some good furs. Oh, you should post about that. You should post your trap line and your catches on the local Facebook group. I'm sure you'll get some great comments over that. The most common fucking comment is, it's winter, bring all your fur babies inside. What do you think happens with the fucking deer? Who's bringing all the deer in their house? Good evening. Working on opening a small manufacturing business. No better time than the present. Exodus Survival. What will you be manufacturing? It'll be on the new YouTube channel. That's awesome, man. Canning cold packed pork. Get the Homestead Apprentice. Yeah, did you get the Homestead Apprentice video? I didn't see you in there this morning when we went over the videos from last night that were submitted. I missed yours somehow. Did I try it? No, I put my finger in there. It tastes very good. I got the sour apple one. I've seen deer and frost on their backs. Animals are tough. Yeah, I say that because every year I spend $1,000 on straw bales, and I build this straw bale wall around the dog kennels. They're tarped, but like the bottom third is open. So I build these straw bale walls, and I take a couple straw bales and I throw them in the kennels, and then I put the dog loser in the kennels already, and then I put straw in the dog kennels in the dog loose, and I build all this shit up, right? I give them all this area, and those fucking dogs, not one time, through a snowstorm, through ice, through anything, those dogs lay outside all night long, and the ice and the snow falls on them. There is probably 100 times I have walked out in the morning, and I'm like, holy shit, the dog is dead. And you whistle, and the dog pokes its head up and comes trotting over, and when you pet the dog has frozen ice all over stuck to its fur. The dog doesn't give two shits about going into shelter. None of these dogs. If you have a dog like that, you have a man-made, human-engineered fucking animal. If you want that, more power to you. Those animals don't survive in the wilderness. Our animals live out in the wild. That's what they're for. Grilled chickaloon, 150. Oh, Guild chickaloon. I see everybody saying, oh, there she is. I'm late to the, hey, what's up? What's up, Nicole? Good morning. Governor from jolly old London. Governor, I see what you said there. Sure you're not talking about the 4 that the Navy vessel sank? No impacts in their boats? Take a full scoop tomorrow, and I applied today for Homestead Apprentice. You put a video in, Big? A U.S. warship was hit by Houthi rebels. Come on. Come on. Houthi rebels. You know what we used to do with those guys? We fucking shot pirate boats with M14s. I know dudes that were over there for years killing pirates with fucking rifles off vessel decks. The Houthi rebels launched some fucking missiles. That's like saying the Crips launched a missile. That's like saying the Crips attacked the United States Navy. That is just to fucking manipulate you to have some kind of feeling. We talk about it. We've talked about it. We've talked about it for, that shit happened 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We mentioned it. Like a dude that used to work for me. There's pictures of him all over the place killing fucking Somali pirates. And the Houthis, where do the Houthis come from, right? Yemen? The same dude was on the USS Cole. They were in country when the Cole got bombed. 3 guys that worked at my shop in Oceanside were on the USS Cole after the bombing, and they cross-decked over from another vessel, and the trailer platoon, Staff Sergeant Phil Cheney, he's out there now, he just moved to Kentucky, they ran 75 operations with the FBI and snatched up a bunch of fucking terrorists out of Yemen when the Cole was bombed. If you look at Soldier of Fortune magazine, that whole stay platoon and that MSPF platoon was on the cover of Soldier of Fortune magazine 3 times that year, 3 months, all wearing SOE kit. Those same guys were killing fucking people over there doing piracy years later, 15, 20 years later. They were still, and you know what it took? Just a fucking M14 rifle. They make this big deal. Have you ever seen the video footage of the Coast Guard with the M2s and the Barrett 50 cals out of the aerial platforms shooting fast boats? It's not a big deal. Like, we shoot motherfuckers out in the ocean every single day somewhere. Dale, what's up? All a part of getting a public prime. Yep, it's because they need that forever war. That's why they're pushing this fucking Nikki Haley shit. Because she will fucking take your kids to war. None of their kids go to war. Isn't she the one on record? There's some female congressman on record saying, we need a war with a country with a major seaport because we need to be making aircraft carriers. Do we know why the forces use Blackbeard's flag as morale? Are you going to tell us? Bitcoin ETF approved today? Is it approved today because they came out yesterday and then had to retract it? Was it in fact because they came out and said, oh wait, no, it wasn't really? Is that confirmed, Nicole? Bitcoin shot up and then fucking came down. Bitcoin raised and then went down $4,000 this morning. Work dogs are amazing. My healer, yeah, fucking, you want to get bit? Just, oh, you see this cute little healer, blue healer? If it's in a truck, in a parking lot somewhere and it's not yours, it'll smile at you, right? And when you walk up, it will bite the shit out of you. It's a trick. Don't fall for it. And they can sit on the back of a toolbox with no straps, no harness, nothing. And those dogs, they're like mountain goats. I thought Bitcoin ETF was some kind of head fake. They did falsely tweet about it yesterday, and now it's out. Okay, Spirko said it was going to. Remember, before we went live, he said it was coming out. Great live with Scully today. Thanks, man. I need some SOE swag to wear for my lives. Can't decide. Can I send you $100 and just pick some? Rural. Are you on Facebook, man? Hit me up on Facebook. That's the easiest way to talk to me. Hit me up on Facebook and just send me a PM. And if you're not there, just send me an email. I get a lot of fucking emails. Send me an email. And just that way we have a line of communication. Guys all over with blue heelers riding on flatbeds. That's what I'm talking about. There's a dude with a little red truck here. Has like a polished aluminum or stainless steel toolbox, you know, diamond plate toolbox. And that dog sits on the top of that thing when he turns and stops. And that fucking dog just, it's so sure-footed. It does not lose. Like, you could try to knock that dog off and it can't fall off the toolbox. Do I make the video on YouTube, then send the URL? Big Uso, I think that's what you do. But that information should all be up on the website. They're saying Bitcoin dipped because SEC account was hacked, so they put off voting. It spiked big time. I sold all of mine early this morning. Can't handle volatility. Not me, man. You know what happens when it goes down? I buy more. That's money that I'm not looking. That's not money that I need, right? I'm not taking money that pays bills or pays payroll or does anything like that. That's money that I'm never taking out of there. Specialty cement finishes, right on. I made the video on YouTube, then sent the URL. Yeah, I think that's what you do, buddy. I think that's how it works. Yeah, she's made a lot of money from wars. Yeah, sending your kids. Really interested in a Coyote Fupa red stitching. However, I'm concerned about the IR. Are you fucking with me? Shut the fuck up. Oh, shit. Hey, I want to order this thing I totally know you don't make. Will you put it online so I can order it so that I can email you tomorrow and tell you that I need it for critical missions? Saw videos on Hasidic Jew tunnels. Either they expect more flu lockdowns or something more fishier. They were treated horribly during the lockdown. You have a group of persons who has been persecuted through history. I mean, literally fucking almost wiped out completely. Why would they not have tunnels? And I don't think that they made all the tunnels. They might have tapped into them and connected some of them. But on the other hand, who gives a fuck what they're doing? Who would you not dig tunnels under your fucking place if you could? Would you not? Like, really? Would you not put right now? Would you not tunnel and put some shelters and some underground rooms and shit in if you had the ability to do it? But what do we give a fuck? Do you really? I mean, do we really think the Jews are smuggling children, especially those Jews? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. It was child trafficking. Why? Why would the Jews be child trafficking? I don't think so. Those tunnels, most of those tunnels have been down there for 100 years, 200 years even. They found evidence of Jewish kids that have been missing. Who's they? And where's the link to that, man? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying probably not. Make the video first, so you will have the YouTube URL to put in the application. That's what I did at least. Who are you, Off Grid? Are you the dude that milled the fucking the cabins out of with a sawmill, with a chainsaw mill? The New York Tunnel was supposedly cut by a few so-called radicals who were squatting in the basement. Also, if you're building tunnels underground, you're probably going to live down there for a while, right? You're probably going to be contained down there. The rabbi in charge of the temple wanted the tunnels filled up. Okay, so Scully, we talked about this on the Patreon video or on Pulling the Thread podcast today. I don't remember which. And Jeff's take on it was the wall collapsed. That side of the building, the whole building literally fell in. So you have compromised the foundation of the building. The only way to fix that is to fill the concrete in there to hopefully save a building that is a serious historic site and a religious site, right? If that building collapses and falls in, or if the city can somehow come in and condemn that building, where is that church going to relocate to? Tunnel under the synagogue was 3 feet by 3 feet wide. It looked hand dug. Yeah, but there was, I guess there's some, they connected some other tunnels also. Like there's tunnels under everywhere. And when you get in the tunnels, there's tunnels under those tunnels. There's whole YouTube channels that just go in. Every city has an old underground city under it. Almost every one of them. Those tunnels are crawl spaces. They're old neighborhoods in New York. They were definitely filling in the tunnels to prevent people getting in from the outside. I'm doing as much research into Edward Teach as possible. Off grid. That's you, the sawmill guy? Fucking badass, man. Badass. That's awesome. So you're friends with Toolman Tim, and you've done some stuff with the Lots Project. Is that you? We were talking about you in a meeting today, actually. The tunnel under the nearby building and compromised the nearby building's foundation. Yeah, apparently, like the building fucking sank in on one side. Like the building's fucked. The word Nazi comes from Ashkenazi Jews. The good-hearted Jews were infuriated. Were infuriated, be my guess. Nazi and Zionist is same thing too. Let's go. Brandon says openly he's a Zionist. Yeah, and the swastika comes from, the swastika is in races all over the world and cultures. I could use a tunnel from here to the gas cabin. It's fixing to get cold. Well, I think we know who not to have dig your tunnel in. The way to do tunnels for real, like that'll actually work, is you just dig trench tunnels, right? You dig a trench in, put the culvert in, and then bury it back in. Off-grid is legit. Met him at Tim's. Yeah, he looks pretty fucking legit. Maybe the Jewish tunnels were made as a shortcut. Simple. Why does it have to be dodgy? I don't believe in God or religion. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I don't like people that hurt kids. Well, Gillied, do you know that they hurt kids? Like, what does Bear say about it? Like, Bear's pretty outspoken about that. Like, I mean, and here's the other thing, too. We can get all irate over some shit. I am sure that there is something within 15, 20, 30 minutes of every direction that I currently stand that I could actually touch and affect, right? I am sure that within 30 minutes of here, there are some children somewhere that are being mistreated. Am I going to do some shit about what the fuck's happening in New York? Who told me that, right? The media? Like, not my fucking problem. There is definitely some shit that I could go out right now and go find something that I could actually affect. Most cultures, it's a symbol of power. Yep, and good fortune. The symbol is bad. My father is from Trinidad, last island in the Caribbean. You will see swastikas on houses. It's a Hindu symbol, yes. Yeah. Me and TJ have personal beef. Just don't like him, so I don't know what he thinks. I don't mean to let my comments seem concrete. Gilly, buddy, I don't. It doesn't matter, man. Not that what you're saying doesn't matter. War within arm's reach, right? Can you smell it? Can you feel it? Does it affect anything that happens in your household? Could you go change it right now, right? Could you, are you going to get in a car and go to New York right now and do something about it? It's just the talk, right? It is distracting us from things that we actually can affect right now. Holy shit. I'm drinking this, which is pre-workout, thinking it's this one over here, which is not pre-workout. And beef with TJ or whatever, if you came here and TJ was here, I would suspect that he won't know who you are. And if you sat in a room with me and him and we just had a conversation, you might change your mind. Like you might be like, okay, it's not what I thought. And maybe you have something that, maybe you've been in a room with him. Maybe something happened. I don't know. But, you know, it's possible that if you came here and TJ was here and you just hung out and we had some conversations, you might walk away with a different opinion. A lot of things are said online and there's no inflection. Guys will come on here and say a bunch of random shit and I could very well see them out of order and you just catch me on the wrong day and I'm like, man, fuck this guy. And I just block you. You still see everything I say. I just don't see anything you say ever. I'm not saying you specifically, but there are plenty of times when people have come on here and guys are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, right? Because YouTube just shows us stuff out of sequence a lot of times, but there's no inflection, right? It doesn't matter what you say. It only matters what I hear, right? Because it's my channel and I have that ability, and vice versa. It doesn't matter what I meant. It only matters what you heard me say. I'll change your life. Not just Hindu, Buddhist, Native American, handful of others I can't recall. There's so much distraction, right? We get on here every night, and it's fun, right? It gives us something to communicate about. It builds a community. We have those same interests, and we all for the most part, think at least in the same direction, right? We might deviate a ways down the road, but we're all heading in the same direction. But when we talk about current events, we can't change them. Most of them don't directly affect us, and we don't even know if they're true. Like they could all these people, Tim Pool and any of them, the Quartering, Tim Pool, Bet David, right? All these guys. We don't know that they're not just paid millions of dollars and they're issued a script and they just have a little deviation on it and some leeway into what direction they can go. We don't know that it's not all just fucking fiction to begin with. None of us were there when it happened, whatever it was. He's fucking with you, Gilly. He's fucking with you. Are you being witty because I've worked with TJ and don't like him? Some people just rub you the wrong way. He isn't a bad dude. Gilly, I don't know who you're addressing, man. Big Uso has no idea who you are. None whatsoever. I would be surprised if he even knew who TJ is. I don't trust Tim Pool's beanie. You know why Tim Pool wears a beanie? Because I fucking wore a beanie. Go back and watch all my videos from 3 years back. There wasn't any videos where I didn't have a beanie. In the summer, in the winter, anytime. Half of current events lately are full hypothesis. Not only that, right? Look at all the guys reporting on current events. Most of that shit happened 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. It's just getting on their radar, or they have so much stuff in queue, or they have people that queue it up, right? Or they have, you know, their sources or their network, right? When I see stuff, because I listen to current events during the day, right? Like current events. And I'll send that out to 10, 15 people. And I'll just be like, hey, anytime you want me to stop sending this, I'll stop sending it. I am sending to you so that it's current and it's in your head. And 3 weeks from now, when you read it to report on it, I want it to be in your head that this happened 3 weeks ago. Not sure if it was discussed. Got here late. Bitcoin ETF approved today. A decade in the making. Are we verified on that? Nicole said that it is verified. I know that came out yesterday and then they retracted it. Tell everybody, since several of you have mentioned it, tell people why that is a good thing. How does that benefit us who have Bitcoin? How does that benefit somebody who does not have Bitcoin? I think it adds a lot of legitimacy to it for those who don't, for some reason. I don't know. I don't buy Bitcoin to trade Bitcoin, and like I'm putting money into Bitcoin because no matter what it does, up or down, it's making a lot more fucking money than anything else you're investing in right now. Yeah, Tim Pool is bald. Yeah, going to pull out my oh shit gear when John starts wearing a cowboy. I almost fucking tried a cowboy hat on yesterday. I've worn one. I've worn Nicole's cowboy hat. But I almost actually put on a cowboy hat yesterday. We stopped at Tractor Supply, and it was super nasty out on the barnyard. And we were about to move a bunch of stuff, and my guy didn't have a pair of spare shoes, so we went in there to buy a pair of boots. ETFs can provide an avenue for retirement funds to tap into, which adds even more legitimacy. I'm getting a new hat. And for the guys that are like, I'm not trying to convince you to buy Bitcoin. I don't care what you buy. I don't care. But you have a ton of retirement funds and pension funds. You have major cities heavily invested in Bitcoin. You have all these politicians heavily invested in Bitcoin. I went through a Barrett phase in high school. Family still brings it up. I don't know what that means. A Barrett. Oh, beret. A beret. Yeah, I would make fun of you too. Black flat brim curved down. I look so stupid in the hat. That's why you don't ever see me in a hat. I put on like a ball cap, you know, a flex fit or a trucker hat. My ears stick out. I look 12 years old. Wisconsin cheese wedge hat. Understanding ETF, electronically traded fund, allows an easy method for ownership by companies. Unless you're a member of Congress, they know how to make a lot of money. Tim's live with Vivek and beautiful Nubian goddess was going pretty well. Yeah, I watched probably about 30 minutes of that. Candace Owen picked up a Porsche from a friend of mine as soon as she got into town here. Just a California, Hawaiian, Mexican. And he don't even know shit about spam. Something about being at the compound brings people together too. It's like a ceasefire. I had beef with a popular guy years ago, and we were both there for a party, and it was all good in person. Who was that, Jason? I remember that, but I don't remember who that was. Because we're all here for a common interest. Look how many YouTube guys came together for one of James' events, and everything was good. Like there was never a fist fight when James invited 100 people into town who all talked shit about each other on the internet. It just never was. Black beret, leather jacket. Looked like I was about to direct a movie. I wore a gray members only jacket and my mullet, unwashed mullet. The oil from my hair stained around the collar and part way down the back of the members only jacket. Damn, I need to check the Bitcoin thing out. I have 100 grand in 401k I need to play with. I saw somebody said XRP. I don't trust Tim. Oh, I don't trust Tim Pool's beanie. I see what you're saying. What's a beret? It's like the Green Berets wear. It's a silly little French hat. You should smoke a cigarette through a long tube. You listen to shitty poetry and music, and you do a little finger clap thing. Oh, Mookie, got it. Okay, gotcha. You were a Black Panther. Combat Cock NFT? No, I'm not. You're not going to see any NFTs. Or a raspberry beret. I'll bet Nicole has a beret somewhere. Very excited in gold backs and have just began investing in them. Nice. I had a beef with a former friend from high school. Another in our crew died, and at the funeral, we decided the beef wasn't worth keeping. We are friends to this day. Yeah, and a lot of people that you're mad at, they don't know you're mad at them. Like they have no fucking idea. Just think about that, right? You might be mad at somebody. Chances are they don't have a fucking clue. True beret is just flat. American and Canadian military berets are hand formed to lay down against the right ear. I like a boonie hat. Not for fashion. A rowdy beanie looks good on you. Did you guys do a beanie? I like when people are like, hey, what's that clothing company in town? And you just pop in and say it. And most of those motherfuckers have no idea that that's your fucking company. I wanted to post in there like, hey, they don't take food stamps. You actually have to have a JOB. Which product is the toxic green on the floor by the clothes bags? Probably boot bags. Are there SOE hats? Yeah, we do them. I don't do them often, man. They just don't sell. Like, if I can't sell out of it right away, it's not important enough for me to do it. Yeah, these are boot bags, if that's what we're talking about. These are toiletry bags. I do have some multicam black toxic thread pocket organizers. And I think that's really about it. That's got to be what we're talking about, right? Used to be SOE hats. I have a bunch. Yeah, we did them. I don't know. We might have done hats last year. I do beanies, and we sell 72 of them. I do hats, and it takes forever to sell 48 of them. Started cutting all the tops out of the boonies and sewing in mesh. Yeah. Man, the best boonie hat out there is a Tilly's boonie hat. They come out of Australia, and they are fucking impossible to find. You used to be able to buy them off Amazon. You can find Tilly's hats at like tillyhat.com or whatever. But I can't find them in multicam. Yeah, it's tilly.com. This is the best. I have like a dozen of these. They fucking cost about $100. And if you need a boonie hat for weather, Outdoor Research makes the best fucking waterproof cover out there. Do you sell, what does that say, Terry Hesticles? Yeah, we sell fanny packs. I sell 4 versions. I sell one called a fanny pack. We make one called a FUPA. If you're not aware, it stands for Fat Upper Pussy Area. It is much more robust. The fanny pack is more compact. The FUPA will work as a waist pack, a crossbody bag, and it comes with shoulder straps. You can wear it as a chest pack also. This is just a waist pack, works badass as a crossbody bag. We make a XL version, which is larger. This will hold a full-size Glock 21 and a bunch of other gear. And then we do a dangler, which has a rip-up panel, which will mate onto your body armor and integrate in with all of our chest rigs to dangle below. The FUPAs clamshell open, all the way open. And here, we'll just show you. Let me go over here where I can set this iPad down. And we've got very good videos. If you go to the website on those products, there's videos of all of those products. And Wrangler Star has done a ton of videos and shorts on these as well. Okay. This is the back. This is where the waist strap clips in. You can remove these and put on 4 1-inch pieces and then run the shoulder straps. So you can run it as an upper chest pack. Why would you do that? Deer stand, bow stand, hunting, fly fishing, mountain biking, horseback riding, driving, right? So these open all the way down. This is fully Velcro lined. We've got holsters, mag cards, all kinds of stuff, mesh pockets that go in here. There are 4 550 loops on both panels, so there's 8 of those loops. What are those for? Those are so that you can set this up with 550 cord and a shock keeper, cord keeper, and you can do a drawbridge. So you could run from here to here and limit how much this opens or falls. And you can work off of this as a work surface for fly fishing or whatever, admin stuff. These have a pocket in the face so that when you don't want to expose the inner contents, you can have your car keys and your wallet and such in here. And these are pretty good size. We have put 4 grommets on the bottom so that you can run bungee, the 1/8-inch shock cord, and now you can put tourniquets or foldable antenna kits or anything else that you want to put down there. But that's these, and we made, I don't know, we've probably made 200 of them this week. We've done black XLs, and we just did gray standard FUPAs, and then much of that stuff over there cut is more FUPAs. FUPA's a chest pack, makes a good emergency magazine holder. Yes, it does. OD FUPA coming right on. Thank you for the order. How many EBT debit cards? I don't know, man. I've never even seen one. I remember the only food stamp stuff I saw was actual food stamps. I've been wearing a wax canvas fedora style hat. I wear a beaver top hat. Australian company that's vented, waterproof, kicks ass. Nice, nice. Looks gay, but I don't give a shit. Danglers are the bomb, even when not attached to the chest rig. The backing gives them a rigid foundation. It certainly does. You're right. What is this one called again, guys? I don't want to get behind going back. The FUPA? Is that what we're talking about? The FUPA and the FUPA danglers? Leave Chicago, stick with the beret. People try to buy those fucking hats every single event. Do I have any of them? It's the rare baseball cap that you actually like. Beaver, I'm a fan. Yeah, you could totally use it for fly fishing. Justin uses it for fly fishing. Justin Souders. He's a little bit famous. Not as famous as the rowdy guy, but... Is there a smaller dangler? No, there's just the smallest one is the one I showed you. We make a fanny pack, which does not open all the way. It is considerably smaller, and I use it to carry cameras and lights and batteries and toilet paper and stuff when we're just out doing like urban exploration and shooting video. Going to Blade Show in Houston? Yeah, in February. No, I'm not going. Is there a smaller dangler? No, there's just the dangler. The dangler is actually this size. DHEA to help testosterone production. No, I use injectable testosterone every other day, and I inject 350 mgs per week, broken into 4 injections, right? So it's a lot more stable. I also use BPC 157. I use Sumarelin, which gives you a rapid spike in growth hormone, your own growth hormone, not exogenous. And then I use another product that ramps that from a 2-hour production to a 4-hour production. I find it also aids in sleep. I sleep 4 to 5 hours a night, all the time. When I sleep 6, 7, 8 hours, I feel less rested than when I'm asleep 4.5, 5 hours. It gives me it gives me better economy of sleep. And then I'm also using, what's the other one? I just added something else in there which amplifies the BPC, which is body protective coating. If you guys have ever heard of Wolverine, that's what that is. Tony Hughes, yeah, I like Tony Hughes' stuff. I used to watch all of his stuff on YouTube. Can I see that beauty? I showed it to you, motherfucker. TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. Yeah, I just call them steroids, guys. I know people are like, oh my God, he burned my ears. If you are interested, we use Optimize You. I am friends with several of the owners from Optimize You. I'm friends with several dudes that work there. I've used their services for years. I've got probably hundreds of friends at this point, like hundreds of people I actually know that use their services. They sponsor Self-Reliance Festival. Jerry comes out to the events. Matt comes out to the events. And they can talk to you in person about all of that. And it's not just testosterone, right? It's not just giving you testosterone. There's a lot of other support stuff that goes with it. They're also going to run all of your blood lab works, right? What's your B look like? What's your D look like? They're going to run all of your lab work that a normal doctor, if you ask to have these labs run, they're going to give you a bunch of pushback. And most of these doctors, like your general practitioner, they can't fucking interpret what they're saying anyways. They do not care about you. If you're not sick, they can't prescribe drugs. Enhanced vitamins, grandparents asked me. Check out Test No Ester for pre-workout spikes. Test 3 to 4 hours. My doctor recommended adding DHEA to TRT because it has dropped even through I'm using Test Daily. Right on. All the roids, none of the rage. No, it's not roids at our age. No. And when you guys go and have this conversation with your general practitioner and they run blood work and they tell you what your testosterone's at, if they're not giving you 2 different testosterone levels, because there's 2 of them, you got the wrong fucking guy. And women, you have testosterone also. If you're low on energy, if you just fucking work out and you're still fucking fat, if your sex drive is low, your hormones are fucked up. And we can do all this. I'm working on my hormones through diet. And you can get older, and you can get older. And by the time you finally decide, hey, I should probably do something about this, you have wasted 20 fucking years of your life that could have been way fucking better for you. I want to try Tren. I wouldn't fuck with Tren, man. T300 with D-ball, no, not for me. And everything I use is 100% legitimate. Like it's legal, right? There are no legal issues with anything that I take. How many dudes are you going to talk to on YouTube that are like, yeah, yep, I fucking inject this, and this. Who's going to actually tell you? And guys, Guys, Jason Burnett right there, he's been on stages. He's an NPC competitor. Like, that's a legit bodybuilder right there telling you that. Justin Swinney Nutrition, my trainer, Mr. Alabama 2 years in a row, trained a ton of dudes who have gone to NPC competitions and pro level athletes. In my opinion, there's a cool concept. Just don't buy them from the gold content. Too expensive for that. The artwork. Oh, we're talking about gold backs? All right, guys, a few more minutes. I'm going to jump off of here. Last minute statements. Questions, any gear that you would like to see? We recorded Pulling the Thread podcast today. It's probably about 2 hours. We recorded our Patreon members question and answer, Jeff and I. That's about 2 hours. And then we did a live. I think that ran for, I don't know, 90 minutes. Tons of, you can see those. We did them. We broadcast to Facebook and YouTube. You can go back and watch them if you want to. We just hit a ton of different topics that guys were asking about, and we just, conversed on those for about 90 minutes. I'm but fat. I'm not fat. I'm big boned. Woodland 308 splits. They're over here cut. They're in line to sew. Used to love the videos when Justin would sit on the couch with you and talk supplements. Man, that dude fucking knows so much. Holy shit. I've shared several of his videos over the last couple months. He is on Instagram every single day. He is accessible. If you want Swinney Nutrition supplements, it does seem that they are there. We actually looked them up today. And you can, Justin will do diet programs for you. Justin will write bodybuilding programs. State of Alabama, like fucking the college, the football team, he was their strength and conditioning coach. Like, that dude's done all kinds of shit, like legit stuff. I'm not fat, I'm husky. John, that antique farm equipment was a sorghum press. Oh, right on. I gave my prescription from Optimize You to my primary care doctor. He lost his mind, saying it was too much. Told him, give me a minute. They'll have someone explain it to you. He said it was fine. Yeah, so your primary caregiver is going to give you testosterone. Typically, they're going to give you enough testosterone that it drastically spikes your estrogen, right? They'll give you, if your doctor's telling you come in every 2 weeks to get a shot, they are fucking you up. Like, they are turning, like, your tits start to leak. You fucking get all emotional. You cry. You break out in acne. That's because they're turning you into a woman, right? They gave you enough testosterone that it drastically raised your estrogen. You know what the fix to it is? Double the testosterone. All those fucking problems go away. The thing sitting outside was a corn shucker. Yeah, it certainly was a corn shucker, yes. We actually talked about it on another video. Yeah, anti-aromatase. So like Clomid, Novadex, I use HCG. There's a few others also. The bump in the middle of the body is just fall protection. When you picked up that cream separator, I meant to say something right on. Thank you. And also, right, my test is 1,500. My free test is between 45 and 49. Both those numbers I just gave you, that's as high as the test goes. You can't have a number higher than that. Gel, yeah, you're putting gel on your ball sack. Yep, I've had that. I've had that on the prescription. That thing sitting outside. Okay, we read all these. 540, 3.4. Do you have a code or somehow get credit if nope? No, I have nothing with them, guys. That's what I'm telling you. Like, their shit works, and I don't get, like, I have no affiliate code. I don't have any financial crossover from them at all. They sponsor Self-Reliance Festival as a sponsor, and they set up here, and they come and talk to my friends that attend that, and, you know, clients that come to the event. Find the dude at your gym you want to look like. Ask him to recommend a doctor in your area. Don't ask about drugs or stupid shit. Compliment his strength or something and ask his opinion. Yep. Yep. It's Optimize You Now is the website. You can check it out. They have clinics all across the United States. And most of those guys that own, like the owners of the company, they're surgeons. Most of them are doctors, like legit, you know, surgeons and stuff. 14-year-old is 6'1", fit as hell, badass. Couldn't be prouder. Right on. I take 50 milligrams a day, so a total of 350 tests a week. Really? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good night. Just remember, most of the shit that, like, if you turn off that fucking cell phone, most of the things that we perceive to be an emergency or a problem in the world right now, we only know it because somebody on social media is pointing it out to us. Yesterday, I didn't record any content. I had a lot of things I needed to get done, and I simply didn't turn on the camera. I put on an audiobook and just listened to an audiobook while I worked, and every single thing I needed to do yesterday got completed. Brian, thanks for being here, man. Dale, you have a good night. It's Gel, right on. Third world countries, a man with a big belly is attracted to women. It's a sign, yeah, it's a sign they have money, or they have worms. Most insurance won't cover it. Yes, but it's not expensive, man. It's not expensive, man. It's just not. I mean, think about dudes that drink beer, what they spend on beer, or vape, or fucking movies, or just whatever. Like, the performance, if you can't find $200 a month, like, just the performance and the motivation and urgency that you're going to get from having your hormones optimized, and you can't, and you're talking about, I can't afford $200 a month. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Just the energy I'm going to have to accomplish tasks, I'm going to make fucking $200 in the first day. It's just mindset. When you're telling me I can't afford it, it's literally a light switch, right? It's the difference between saying, how can I afford this? And I can't afford this. I don't deal with people who say I can't afford this. I don't have a lot of friends who are not successful or becoming more successful, because everybody that you come in contact with is contagious, and I'm going to catch something from you. And I'm going to be very fucking selective about who I'm going to be next to that I can actually have influence me in some manner, whether you intend to or not. I can get next to a 50% motherfucker when I'm running at 100%, and I can bring him up, right? I can wirelessly charge him. I can bring him up to 75, but to do so, it brings me down to 75. And you are like a memory. You have a battery. And when you bring a motherfucker up to 75, thus drawing yourself down to 75 a bunch of times, you have ruined the memory in your battery. Stay away from non-performance fucking people. They affect you. Guys asking about a dangler. Here's a dangler set up on one of the micro rigs right here. What Amanda said. If you play lottery, you can pay for tier T. Yep. I don't think I've ever bought a lottery ticket. Do we have ID carriers? No, we don't have many ID carriers. Insurance pays for it now, so I was just curious if they did as well. I work at 110. No, I work at 125. I used to think people, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, these lazy motherfuckers? No, That's just how people are. Most people that run companies, they don't, all their friends, like when you see them standing around in a circle of people or you see them at events or something with people, you can just about bet that those people standing next to them also operate on that same level. And they also run businesses. I feel like once I get going on TRT, will make me make more than, oh, fuck yes, it will. It'll change everything about you, man. It'll change the way you carry yourself. It'll change the way you view yourself. You will stand taller. Your shoulders will be wider simply because your posture, right? You will be more, you will pay more attention to your diet. You will be more cognizant when you put bullshit in your mouth. It changes everything, man. Piss test? What about a piss test? I started doing a weekly piss test with my crew because they all accused me of being on coke when I climbed. Do you own the company? Fuck them. Bought lottery on my 18th birthday. I made you pregnant on your 18th birthday. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you later.